Hello everyone, this is Robin from In Flow Chiropractic, and in this video I'm just going to show you some simple exercises that you can do to improve your balance and coordination. So a little bit of background, the spine and the neck especially has a lot to do with balance and coordination. Your spine is always sending messages between your brain and your body as to keep yourself upright and keep yourself balanced and coordinate your body as you walk and move around. So it's really important to have a healthy spine so that we can have optimal balance and coordination. So what we're going to be doing in this video is just ways that you can train your balance and coordination and train your spine and body to be well coordinated and keep you on balance, prevent things like falling over or obvious other silly things that might happen when you don't have very good balance and coordination. So the first thing that you can do to train this is going to train your whole body. It's very simple and it might sound silly, but it's very logical. All you're going to do is stand on one leg. You're going to do that. You can have things by the side to catch yourself if you need to. You can't see on the video, but I am actually standing on one leg right now. And just start balancing like this. You can lift up the leg to make it harder, or just have it just off the floor to make it easier. If you want to go to the next level, you can also close your eyes and start to balance through like that as well. It's going to make it really difficult and really make your brain and body work with that coordination and balance. And you can just start off with that, getting 5 seconds of building up your personal best, your PB. Make sure though, if you are a bit unstable in general, make sure you're doing this, with some things to support you. So if you're doing this in the kitchen, for example, go to the corner where you've got both sides where you can lean on if you need to. Try not to actually lean on them and hold onto them, but just have your hands just slightly off them, just so at least your body has a bit of give to actually try to correct itself. So that's the first exercise, and it's just called one leg standing balance test. Do it on both legs, of course. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our whole spine and neck moving nice and fluidly. That's going to allow the nerves to basically be nice and free and moving around, and allow that connection between your brain and the rest of your body to be as free as we can get it. Okay, and to do that, you need to have a healthy moving spine. So this exercise is really easy to do, and it's called the Cat Camel Exercise. So what you're going to do is you go onto all fours like so, and you're going to start off in normal, and then you're going to go extension, inflection, extension, inflection, and you're just going to go from one end range to the next. And it's not a stretch, you're not going to be holding each position, you're just going to be generally moving from one side to the next. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to do that with your neck, and just go one side to the other, bring an ear to a shoulder, and then look over as well, like this, looking one way or the other. That's really going to turn on these receptors in your balance and coordination of your neck. You can do that. And then you can also look up to the corner of the room. You can really, once you start getting good at this and doing this quite regularly, you can really start to incorporate the whole movement. You can get the whole neck and back at the same time, and really just getting that spine moving as healthily and as happily as possible, so that your nerves and nervous system can work the best they can to keep you alive and healthy and prevent you from falling over and all the nice things that your body is naturally able to do. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to do is called Windscreen Wipers, and all this is going to do is going to improve the function of your hip joints. So try not to do this if you've had a hip replacement. Don't try and really get as much as you can from those hips, because we don't want to have any accidents there. So best done if you haven't had a hip replacement. If you have had a hip replacement and you're looking to get some hip exercises, book in with a consultation and I'll take you through a few things, but it's a bit too much to get into this video. So what you're going to do for the windscreen wiper exercise is you're going to sit on your bum, have your hands back like this, heels on the ground. Never usually heels or shoes on the benches, but just for the purpose of this video we'll do that, okay? I'm obviously going to have to clean up afterwards. So what you're going to do is you're going to be sat like this, and you're just going to do windscreen wipers with your knees and hips. So what I'm doing here is just moving the inside of my knee, or each knee, to the floor, one side and the other. And what I'm really doing here is working my hip joints. The hip joint is the ball and socket joint from your femur or your leg onto your pelvis. there, nice and deep in there. So that's what you're going to do. It's called the Windscreen Wiper. You're just going to be doing the Windscreen Wipers with your knees touching the ground each side, 20 times each side, a couple of times a day. Just going to be getting those hips moving a lot better. You might have a better golf swing once you start getting your hips moving a bit better. And it also takes some pressure off of your spine, because if your hips don't move and you still need to walk, you might have to get that motion from somewhere else and end up using too much of the low back as opposed to the hip joints. Okay, so there are the 3 exercises that you can do to improve your balance and coordination. Keep your spine moving really healthily, really well. We're just going to take pressure off the nerves and the nervous system to allow it to keep you upright, to keep you moving around in a nice coordinated manner. So number 1, we have the Cat Camel Exercise. Number 2, we have the Standing Balance Exercise. And number 3, we have the Windscreen Wiper exercise for our hips. So thank you very much for watching this video. Good luck and enjoy the exercises. Try not to fall over. Make sure everything's safe when you are doing these exercises. And good luck with them. Enjoy.